So now we want to learn that we don't retype everything, if possible, into Anki. So if we have a spreadsheet, we can load from the spreadsheet into the new note type that we created. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet here. And so column 1 is just numbering, 1 through 50. We have the memory location, shade above the door, wood panel above the door, etc. that we're going to have to work with in Memory Palace. What we want is we want column C, beginning of the quote, if your nose runs and your feet smell. Okay. Column D, the answer you might be put together upside down. Column E, the third column, which we want is who was the author? Kyle Schillinglaw from BJP. And then we want one more field, column F, which is quotations. So we're going to want C, D, E, and F. Okay, so you can only do this on a standalone, so on the desktop, on the laptop, not on a Chromebook, not on an iPad. Okay, so from the spreadsheet that you get, you'll want to do a download as. So we're going to do a download as, and we're going to go to a CSV file. So comma separated values, CSV. So we do our download to the CSV. Okay. Now let's go over to our program. Okay. And here I am in my default deck that has the new note type, the quotation, the front, back, and author. And I go to import file. Okay. So there's the file I want to import. So it's the 50 locations. You see how it says CSV. So it's a CSV file. I open it. Now remember what I wanted, so if we forget, we can always go back. Okay, so I open it, and I want C, D, E, and F. So field 1 is ignored. So field 1 of the file isn't the beginning of the quote. Okay, so this A, B, C, D, A, B, C, okay, okay, let's go back, just double check. So so A is the number, B is the location, so it's C, D, E, and F. Okay, so we go back and we say, okay, so the field C, we're going to change to beginning of quote. Okay. The fourth one, we're going to change, and that's the end of the quote. Okay. And field 5, CDE, we're going to change that to be the author. Okay. And field 6, okay, that should be F, we're going to change that to be the tag. Okay. So, and here's our type. Now, we've got to make sure that our type, okay, so we had been working on it, but you have to get this right. The quote, forward, backward, author, that's that new note type we made. Okay. We're going to try and import these. Okay. So you see what it says? It says 50 notes added. And we're going to have 3 cards for each note. Okay. So we'll close it, and let's see what we have there. And so if we go to Browse, and we look at Added Today, we see 153 cards. And so up here you see 153 cards. Well, I made one card, or one note that had 3 cards. I did that by hand, and now I've imported these. Okay, so if we look through these cards, so if we preview them, a life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable. So notice how we have that blue type from the note type we made, but more useful than a life doing nothing. What quote ends with this? But more useful than a life doing nothing, a life spent making mistakes. And now we should get to the author of George Bernard Shaw. Adults are, I think, something failed children, obsolete children. Okay, quote ends with obsolete children, adults are. Author of that was Dr. Seuss. Okay. So we see that we've added all of these cards, and if we look back at our browse, you can see that. Okay. Much easier than typing them all. Okay. You can just take the spreadsheet and create the cards. So, all right, now you might say, where are they? Is it a new deck? Well, I do have quotation practice, okay, but that is something different that has a bit bigger, a greater amount of cards for each note. So ours are just in default, and let's say that you wanted to practice them in particular. I think if we look at this, you can also look at your note types, and now in our note types, we should see this new note type that we've created. What do we call it? Quote. Oh yeah, it's up here. Quote Palace, Memory Palace, card note, quotation, author. Is that our card? Nope. Oh, quote forward backward. Okay, that's a new one we did. And that's a way that we can work on those.